Morning. How's everyone doing? I think I'm almost level. There we go. All right. Camera adjusted. All set. So, wow. Crazy week. I just did a radio spot this morning. Had a great conversation with Robin Bresnahan on CBC's Ottawa Morning here in Ottawa. And we talked about the Facebook testimony from Mark Zuckerberg in front of the U.S. Senate and House committees yesterday and the day before. And we were talking about a bunch of the impact of that and the challenges there. And one of the things that really came up for me in that discussion and reading some of the coverage and all that kind of stuff, let me just readjust here, perfect, was asking the right questions. And I think that really kind of surprised some people. And Robin seemed a little shocked when I said, they're not asking the right questions. And it's not at the technical depth. It's the way they're being phrased is giving easy outs. And I think that really encapsulates the whole problem or the whole scenario and the whole challenge we're seeing here in general. Is that so? The question I drilled in on was really one of the senators had asked Mr. Zuckerberg, do you sell user information? And he was able to emphatically answer, no, we don't. Because guess what? They don't. They never have. They've never, that's not their business model. Understanding the business model is key here. The business model for Facebook is selling access to users based on their behavior and a profile created of them. So I post something to Facebook, and this is the same for all the social networks that are ad driven. So this is not just Facebook, it's just Facebook's getting called out for it right now. So I post something on Facebook and I post, over time, I interact with different things on Facebook, like this video, like somebody else's page, like, favorite music. I check in from different locations or I post from different locations. And Facebook's not interested in the information. What they're interested in is the signal that information provides. So the fact that I check in here in Ottawa, or that I check in when I'm in Tokyo or London, and by check in, I don't mean an actual like Foursquare kind of check in. I mean I log into the service and they can geolocate me based on my IP, or I post a photo and share that with my friends and my family. These are activities that I'm providing user information into Facebook. They don't want to sell the fact that I just had great shabu shabu in Tokyo, or the fact that, hey, here's a cute picture of one of my family doing something, or whatever the case may be. That's of no interest to advertisers. That's of no interest to anybody except maybe the audience that I've targeted that post to, fingers crossed. What is of interest is the fact that here's another indicator, another signal of my behavior and my pattern that profiles me as a potential consumer for advertisers. So the fact that I am active in different areas and traveling around says something about me, right? It's demographic information that says something very specific about me. So when I'm liking certain bands, when I'm traveling to certain places and checking in based on certain festivals or conferences, you can start to tell, like, okay, so middle age, tech savvy, tech interested, maybe with a little bit of development, security, privacy slant, probably reasonably well off, purchases a lot of tech gadgets, these kind of things, right? And you build up this profile that gets really, really accurate. I think that's what's really coming out of this is a lot of people are shocked at how specific and accurate that profile is, but they don't even know. It's just the tip of the iceberg based on some of this testimony. And that's what is user or information about a user based on user information. And that's a very big difference. User information stuff I'm posting, information about me as a user, very valuable behavioral model and demographic information that advertisers will pay to get access to. Now, I have both a personal Facebook account, and that account is the owner and admin on a Facebook page that I put sort of my professional face forward. So my personal account, most people never see, other than just being posted on my page. But that's where I share with friends and family, and I have that locked down. My professional page, so facebook.com/MarkNCA, there we go, is where you'll see stuff I post professionally. And I separated those two around Christmas last year just to make it easier, because I was putting like media appearances and stuff like that on my personal feed just to show family and friends, but I didn't really have a professional presence. But because I run a page, I also see the business side of Facebook. And holy crap, they are pushing all the time for me to spend more money in ad revenue. That's their business model. I totally get it. I don't begrudge them. Where this comes back to the current scandal and the current challenges is the fact that because of that, because they're constantly pushing businesses to spend money, those businesses who are the actual customers of Facebook will demand results, will demand better tools, will demand better action. That's exactly what Facebook has built. There should be no surprise, and I don't mean to sound like a jackass when I say that, but there should be no surprise that this is what we built. The system was set up for Facebook to build this outcome. And I think now the testimony in front of the House, in front of the Senate, is really illuminating sort of the challenges and some of the problems, but not nearly to the depth it needs to either. This is good that the awareness is there, but it's not quite to the level we need. Now I'm going to show you something here on my screen, despite the fact that you see what I was working at for video streaming in the background, is I'm going to show you this. Now this is one visualization that I pulled out of my Facebook activity. So I downloaded my personal data from Facebook, and I ran it through a tool that I put up on GitHub that's freely accessible. So github.com/MarkNCA. So again, MarkNCA, and you'll see that the Facebook data download insight tool. And this is a visualization that I created with the output from that tool and Amazon QuickSight, which is a great little visualization service. You can build this kind of thing in Excel as well, but I was just messing around in the cloud and made it easier. What you'll see here is unique IP addresses across the horizontal axis. So A, B, C, D, blah, blah, blah. These are all unique IP addresses. And the vertical, these little gray boxes, are all different days. Okay, so this covers 2 months, just February and March. And this is all taken from session activity in Facebook. And you can see the lighter ones across the top here was when I was traveling. And you can see this actually correlates to different positions around the world. I spent, I think this is March is in the top here, or sorry, February is in the top, and it goes down to March here. I was traveling quite a lot here, and you'll see I showed up in different IPs at different times. But then as this gets darker, it's more logged activity of number of times that Facebook has seen me logging in, not posting anything, not doing anything other than reloading the page. And then it logs this and correlates this. And this is user information. So this shows that, hey, I was traveling for a chunk of the month, but then it shows when I'm attentive, when I'm on the platform, most likely. So you can see here this dark bar. These couple days I was on the platform quite a lot. And that would be excellent time to target me for advertisements. This is just a small sample of the insights that this data that Facebook creates around you. That's just the tip of the iceberg, and I think that's really what needs to come out of this. So continuing to write, it's this Facebook, the scandal's been spinning so fast that it's been really hard to get on top of this to get this post out. I'm really trying hard to get it out this week in light of the attention around it, because I think hopefully showing visualizations like that and the ability to pull that out of your own data tools will really send the message home of how much Facebook, just how much Facebook knows about you, and why and what we need to do about it. So thanks. I hope you guys are having a great day. As always, hit me up, MarkNCA. There we go. It's harder on for the webcam for some reason. MarkNCA on Twitter, Facebook, GitHub, everything you can think of. Happy to chat. Down in the comments below as well. I read them all. I have seen a lot of requests around getting started in cybersecurity. That is a topic I'm probably going to be tackling next week at the RSA conference in San Francisco. Stay tuned for more on that. In the meantime, I hope you have a great Thursday, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow.